Hello there. We're going to continue with the bamboo stroke. So first of all, you should know how to, based on the other video, you should know how to take ink from the brush and control the water and so on. Groom the brush into a nice pointy shape like this. So the stroke is basically it has a smooth stroke, smooth start, a high pressure, and then a smooth finish, so that you have a you would have a little point here and then the point at the end. And in order to do that, you have to basically start right away, apply pressure, and then it keeps going, and you lighten up gradually to get this other pointy part. So let me move this closer. So basically it's like this. So you have to start right away and then press down hard and then lift up like that. Okay, so if I use a piece of non-absorbent paper like this, I can go real slow, and then you can just see that I have to, as soon as it hits the paper, I have to start moving right away, and then you can just see the brush spreads apart, and then you lift up gradually like this. So the stroke should be such that it is wider here. The widest part, it should be up here, and it's supposed to look something like this. This is a little bit too thin, okay? That meaning too long versus compared to the width. Okay. So anyway, so this is what we're shooting for is this kind of stroke. So you can try different directions. You can try different curvature and so on, right? So like that. Okay, now the one thing I should point out about the stroke is basically consists of an approach, basically the initiation part, and then movement and pressure, and then an exit from the stroke. So the release, I guess the attack, I guess you can put it this way: attack, pressure, movement, and then exit. Okay, so in this case, you have to keep moving. You are using rice paper. You got to keep moving the brush. As soon as you pause or hesitate, you get a blob like this. As you hesitate and then you do this, you get a blob. So you can't do that. So you have to keep. You have to think ahead and move right away and then go. And then what I should point out also is the aesthetics of the bamboo leaves is that it is both flexible and strong, and I think that's the value. That's what Chinese culture value in the bamboo plant is both strong and flexible, so that the leaves is flexible, but then it's very strong. So at the end, so the tip of the leaves has to be straight. This part here should be straight, because it is a strong leaf even though it's flexible. So here we go, and then we can just so you don't want it to be go like that, for example, where it would have a very weak ending. In order to do that, then you basically have to have free movement of your arm, because if you're stuck in any way, this end is going to be weak. So free movement of your arm, so you make sure you have free movement. So let's say this direction, let's say I put my arms here, and then I can go like this, free movement in this direction. This direction is more difficult actually, but then you have to move your whole arm like this, and you can think that you have a follow through as you go kind of far to get this straight point. Okay, so anyway, so that's that. And the next thing we want to do is to form a cluster of leaves with this. So typically a cluster would have a heavy leaf here, and then a thinner and thinner leaves to the side, say. So this is a cluster of 4. And so you can lift it up a bit so you can see. It's a cluster of 4. So it's one strong one, wide, big. The other ones are thinner, more slender. The way to think about this is that the one leaves is facing you, so it has the proper width. These guys are actually on the side a little bit, so these guys on the side, so that's why it's thinner. You just imagine, you know, the leaves is like this, facing you, and then it's on the side, it's going to be thinner, right? So that's what it is. And so you basically a cluster. So you think of them in terms of clusters. So it's a cluster of 4, and then let's say this is a cluster of 3. It would be something like this. And then a cluster of 2 is also possible. So it will be like that. And then you can have all kinds of grouping, but I think what you can just think of is just 2, 3s, and 4s, and then you can think about overlapping them. So you have 4. In overlapping, what I mean is this: that you have so let's say you have a group of 4 here, right? So this is one group, right? And then there is a group of 3. There's another group of 2 here, right? And then another 4, let's say. So what we want to do, let's say you want to overlap this 4 with that 4, let's say like this. And then this one maybe over here someplace, 3. And then maybe this guy 2 over here. Okay, so this, which will be, in fact, is this 1, 2, 3, 4, right? This one, and then this one you start over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a 3, that one, 1, 2, 3, and then this is a 2. So let's say like this. So then you have this grouping that might look, it's going to look natural because of the overlap of these clusters. Okay, so no, so it's the thing in these terms, and then you can. That's what we are going to do here. Then, so I'm going to do. So I'm going to do 4 here. So 4, 4. So let me bring this back out. So 4, 4, 3, 2, right? So let's have 4. That's 1. Another 4. Threes. Okay, and then a 2. Okay, so I'll bring this up a bit so you can see better. So that's the cluster, and then now the other thing that we want to do is, let's say we just draw a stem. So remember the last video, we do a stem with a stroke that is at an angle, and then we just go like that, right? And kind of skip this part and keeps going up, say. And then you can do, let's say this actually is branches coming out of here. So that creates basically a bamboo plant pretty nicely. Okay, and then you can probably do another. Say I skip this part here. Then I can then do some lighter cluster here. 4, right? And then 3s. So, and then maybe another 2 here. And then you connect it into the plant like that. And yep, that's that. So let's say you balance. So that's what we like to do. Okay.